You've probably stepped into a cruise ship casino before. Bright lights, the sound of coins, laughter spilling over from the bar. It feels like a floating Vegas, a glittering playground at sea. But here's the truth. That casino isn't just there for your entertainment. It's a finely tuned money-making machine, designed down to the smallest detail, from the way the slots flash to the timing of the free cocktails you're offered. Every move, every sound, every smile. It's part of a system that keeps you playing longer and spending more. The good news? Once you understand how that system works, you can flip it. You can play smarter, unlock hidden perks, and maybe even let the casino pay for your next cruise. Stick around until the end because secret number 10, it'll completely change the way you think about gambling at sea. Ready? Let's deal in. Secret number 1. Slots at sea are not the same as on land. The first thing that hits you when you walk into a cruise casino is the glow. Rows and rows of slot machines, each one promising a jackpot just a spin away. But here's what most passengers don't realize. Those machines at sea don't play by the same rules as the ones on land. On land, casinos are heavily regulated. In places like Las Vegas, slot machines are required to pay back a certain percentage, usually around 90 to 95%. That means that over time, players get back most of what they put in. But once a cruise ship sails into international waters, those rules disappear. There are no strict gaming commissions out there in the middle of the ocean. Cruise lines can, and often do, adjust their machines however they like. Many tighten the payouts down to the mid-80s. That difference may sound small, but it adds up fast. Imagine 2 passengers each betting $1,000. On a Vegas machine, one might lose around $60. On a cruise ship, that same play could cost $150 or more. And here's a little psychological twist. Many players say the machines feel hotter at the start of the cruise. They win early, they feel lucky, and they keep coming back. But that's not magic. That's variance. The casinos know that a few early wins keep players hooked for the entire voyage. So if you're heading to the casino deck, remember this. Those flashing lights are there for a reason. The house always wins, but now at least you'll know exactly how. Secret number 2. Free drinks are never free. There's nothing like the feeling. You sit down, start playing, and suddenly, a friendly server appears with a smile and a free cocktail. It feels like a little luxury at sea. But trust me, that drink isn't really free. Casinos figured out long ago that alcohol changes behavior. A glass of wine or a rum punch costs them pennies, but if it keeps you playing for another hour, they'll earn that money back 10 times over. And notice where the fastest drink service happens. Right around the slot machines. That's because slots have the highest profit margins. The more buzzed you are, the longer you'll sit there spinning. So sure, enjoy the drink if you're already planning to play for a while. Just know that every complimentary sip is part of the strategy, one that often turns into the most expensive cocktail of your cruise. Secret number 3. The real purpose of the player's card. That shiny player's card they hand you at the casino counter? The one that promises points, perks, and rewards. It's not just a way to thank you for playing, it's actually a tracking device, and a surprisingly smart one. Every time you swipe that card, the casino logs everything. How long you play, how much you bet, and how consistent you are. They're not focused on whether you win or lose on a given night. What really matters is your theo, short for theoretical loss. Here's how it works. Let's say you're betting $5 a hand at blackjack for 2 hours. That's about $600 in total wagers. With blackjack's typical 1% house edge, your expected loss, your theo, is about $6. Now, whether you walk away 200 ahead or 100 down doesn't matter. The casino sees you as a $6 per session player. Steady, valuable, predictable. That's the number that decides what perks you get, from free drinks to discounted future cruises. Here's the insider move. Play small, play smart, but play consistently. The system rewards time and activity more than high risk. A calm, steady player who logs hours every night often earns more comps than a big spender who burns through cash in 20 minutes. In other words, the real game isn't just at the tables, it's in the data. And once you understand that, you can make the system work for you instead of against you. Secret number 4. Free cruises come with a catch. Few things get cruise passengers more excited than the words free cruise. You'll see it everywhere, in your inbox, at the casino desk, or even from a host who says, "We'd love to have you back next month, on us." And yes, these offers are real. People do sail for free. But there's always fine print and a strategy behind it. You'll still pay port fees, taxes, and gratuities. But more importantly, the cruise line is counting on something, that you'll come right back to their casino. It's a clever loop. You play, they reward you, you feel valued, and you return to play again. It's less about generosity and more about investment. They're building long-term loyalty. For savvy players, though, it can work in your favor. Treat those free cruises as earned rewards, not invitations to gamble harder. Play strategically, show consistency, and sometimes, just sometimes, your next vacation really does get comped by the casino. Number 5. Table games are where the smart money goes. If you're determined to gamble while you're at sea, here's a tip the pros already know. The smartest players skip the slots and head straight for the tables. Slots are pure chance. You press a button, and the house holds a built-in advantage of 10 to 15%. But table games? That's where strategy starts to matter. Blackjack, when played with basic strategy, gives the casino less than a 1% edge. Craps can be even lower depending on your bets. And poker? That's you versus other players, not the house. Beyond the odds, table games move slower. That means your bankroll lasts longer, your losses stretch out, and your entertainment per dollar goes up. Plus, the casino tracks your play more carefully at the tables, so you'll often earn more comp points in the same amount of time. It's no coincidence that casinos dedicate most of their space to slots. They make the most money there. But the players sitting at the tables, calm, focused, taking their time, they're usually walking away with more value, more fun, and sometimes even more cash. So if you want to feel like the smart one on board, trade the blinking lights for the green felt. That's where the real players sit. Secret number 6. Timing matters more than you think. Here's something most passengers never think about. Timing. Not when the casino opens, but when you play. Cruise casinos can only open once the ship sails into international waters. But the real secret is that certain hours change everything. The busiest times are easy to spot. Right after the big evening show, or on sea days when everyone's stuck on board. The music's louder, the tables are packed, and the energy feels electric. That's when the casino makes the most money. Because excitement is contagious. You hear someone cheering, you see a flashing jackpot, and before you know it, you've been sitting there for an hour longer than planned. But here's the insider move. Play during the quiet hours, mid-afternoon on a sea day, or late at night after midnight. The casino is half empty, and the staff actually notices you. That's when hosts drop by with extra perks, maybe a free drink, a small voucher, or even onboard credit, just to keep the energy alive. Plus, fewer distractions mean you make clearer decisions. You're not caught up in the crowd, and that mental edge can save your bankroll. So next time you cruise, skip the rush. The quiet casino might just be the most profitable one. Secret number 7. The hidden power of the casino host. Behind every cruise ship casino, there's someone pulling quiet strings, the casino host. Most passengers have no idea they even exist, but these hosts can completely transform your experience. Their job isn't just to smile and hand out player cards. They track regular players, build relationships, and make sure the people who spend time and money in the casino come back for more. But here's the part most people miss. Hosts have real power. They can comp drinks and dinners. They can unlock spa treatments or specialty dining experiences. Sometimes they can even bump you up from an inside cabin to a balcony suite on your next cruise. And you don't need to be a high roller to get noticed. What hosts value most is consistency and friendliness. If you show up every night, chat with the staff, and make it clear you enjoy the casino, you'll stand out. It's human nature. Hosts like to reward people who are pleasant to deal with. A steady $5 blackjack player who smiles and says hello might get treated better than a stranger who blows $500 once and disappears. So take a minute to introduce yourself. Be kind, be consistent, and suddenly you'll find those little perks, the ones most passengers never even know exist, start showing up just for you. Secret number 8. Slot machine placement isn't random. Next time you walk into a cruise casino, pay attention to where the machines are. Some are right at the entrance, others are tucked into corners, and a few are near the bar or high-traffic walkways. None of that is by accident. Casinos are designed like psychological playgrounds. The machines near entrances or central paths. Those are the show machines. They're often programmed to hit smaller wins more often, just to make noise and attract attention. When people walking by see lights flashing or hear a jackpot bell, they think, "Wow, someone's winning," and they sit down. But the real money makers are hidden deeper in the casino. The tight machines in quiet corners, away from distractions. Those are the ones that keep players glued to their seats for hours. Even the placement of higher denomination machines follows this logic. You'll find the $5, $10, and $25 slots in more private spots, away from casual foot traffic. That's because casinos don't want others seeing people lose big. They want those moments to stay invisible. Once you start seeing the layout as a carefully designed map instead of random chaos, you realize the truth. Even where you play is part of the strategy. Secret number 9. The last night push. If you've ever spent time in a cruise ship casino, you've probably noticed it. That strange burst of energy on the final night. Suddenly, there are double-point promotions, raffles, slot tournaments, and giveaways. The announcements are louder, the music's hotter, and the casino feels alive again. That's no coincidence. It's the last night push, the casino's final chance to squeeze in a wave of revenue before everyone disembarks. They know passengers have leftover onboard credit or cash they don't want to carry home. And they know that a few flashing lights and last chance to win banners are enough to bring hundreds of people back through those doors. But here's the reality. The odds don't change. Those machines aren't any looser just because there's a raffle or a promotion. If anything, seasoned players say the slots often feel tighter on the last night, as the casino balances out early payouts. Still, if you've been playing consistently all cruise, that final night can be smart for one reason: activity. Those bonus points or that last-minute play might bump your profile just enough to qualify for future offers or discounted cruises. So yes, the final night energy is real, but don't get swept up in it. The house is still playing the same game. And now, so are you. Secret number 10. The casino's power extends beyond the casino. Here's the part almost no one talks about. The casino's influence doesn't end when you leave the gaming floor. For players who've built up a little reputation, even modest, steady ones, the rewards start showing up all across the ship. Suddenly, your drink package is free. You're offered a complimentary dinner at the steakhouse. Maybe even a spa credit or Wi-Fi upgrade you didn't expect. I've seen passengers get mid-cruise cabin upgrades, invites to private events, even surprise onboard credits, all because they became part of the casino's loyalty radar. It's not generosity, it's strategy. The casino wants you to feel valued, remembered, special. Because when you feel like a VIP, you're far more likely to come back and keep playing. But here's the twist. You don't need to gamble big to earn it. You just need to play smart, be friendly, and build relationships with the people behind the desk. They're the real link between you and the perks most passengers never even know exist. Once you see that, you understand something powerful. The casino isn't just about luck. It's about awareness, psychology, and connection. And those who understand that win far more than they lose. So, there you have it. 10 secrets cruise lines would rather you never find out about their casinos. From the tighter slot payouts to the illusion of free drinks, from loyalty cards that track your every move to complimentary cruises designed to bring you back. It's all part of a finely tuned system built to keep you entertained, engaged, and spending. But now, you know how to see through the glitter. You know which games give you better odds, how timing and consistency can earn you perks, and how a simple hello to the casino host can open doors to upgrades, dining credits, and even future free cruises. Remember, the casino will always be designed to win. But the smartest players? They play for more than just jackpots. They play for the experience, the perks, and the edge that comes from understanding how the system really works. Now I want to hear from you. What's the wildest or most surprising thing you've ever seen in a cruise ship casino? Drop your story in the comments below. Your next cruise adventure? It might just start right here. And this time, you'll be the one playing smart.